Today on DC News Now, one person in custody after a crime spree tear 5 people in Prince George's County. How police were able to find a person of interest. Near record high temps for your Friday, but the rain remains. We're tracking the forecast all day long. A meeting in Alexandria raising concerns over the proposed move of the Washington Wizards and the Caps. How residents feel about the plan. The tragic story of a man whose life was taken too soon.
This is what makes this story even more heart-wrenching, is that this kid, he had to fight.
How his family and friends are remembering him. Plus an update on the Montgomery County Public Schools Action Plan. How residents are responding after several sexual assaults.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the News at Noon. I'm Mark Hall. Meteorologist Damon Madsen joined us with the latest check on the forecast. Damon, it is Friday, a big weekend of football. What do we have to look forward to?
I mean, Mark, not only is it Friday, but if you step out that door right now, folks, it feels like it is in the middle of spring across the DMV. What a change we have seen throughout this entire week as temperatures have continued to rise. Now, because of all of this warmer air that has been building up, some passing storm systems bringing rainfall, snow melting away across the entire region, we have been dealing with a very damp and foggy stretch here, especially over the last couple of days. We had a lot of dense fog out there early this morning that we had to contend with. But as we get into the early afternoon, finally, that fog has dissipated away, even across north central Maryland, where there was a dense fog advisory up until about 20 minutes ago. It's finally back to where we have visibility. When you see a 10 on the map, that means it is finally clear. And we're seeing a lot of those 10s here on the visibility map. Now, here's a look at those temperatures that I was talking about. We have a corridor with 70s in place, stretching from the Shenandoah Valley all the way back across northern Virginia, southern Maryland, D.C. at this current moment, sitting at 73 degrees. And then you have places like Waldorf, Fredericksburg, and Culpeper well above that in the mid-70s. So what a change of pace. What a warm day this is going to turn out to be. And we are indeed going to challenge some of these records that have stood since 1950 over in Annapolis, Martinsburg, and Reagan, the official site for D.C. That record 79 degrees, and it doesn't look like we'll quite get to that point, but nonetheless, rather close. And I put a couple of asterisks here next to Dulles. The record is 70, set back in 1967. Current temperature out that way. Looks like we already broke that. We'll just have to get the official word from the National Weather Service. Now, as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon, the fog is gone. There will be a good mix of sun and clouds as we enjoy these very warm 70s. But as we get into the weekend, it looks like we finally start to cool down. How chilly are we talking, and is there more rain on the way? We'll have a look in your full forecast here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. Police in Prince George's County have detained a person of interest in connection with a violent crime spree that had neighbors on edge late Thursday afternoon. DC News Now's Candace Cole has the latest.
Police in Prince George's County have detained a woman who may have been responsible for a violent rampage yesterday that left 2 people in critical condition, including a 15-year-old. Here's a look at that scary timeline of events. Police say all of the incidents happened within an hour and a half, starting around 5 o'clock Thursday afternoon. At 5:05, police say a woman was hit by a car while walking down the street near Ritchie Road in Capitol Heights. Then 10 minutes later at 5:15, 2 more pedestrians were hit by a car down the road in Landover. Police say the driver then got out of the car and stabbed one of the victims, a 15-year-old who's said to be in critical condition. At 5:30, another person hit by the same car, this time near Addison Road South in Capitol Heights. And within minutes, another person had been hit just further down the same street. Fast forward to 6:35, police say they responded to a report of a man being stabbed on Annapolis Road in Lanham. His injuries were also listed as critical. Police say these appear to be random acts of violence committed by the same person. During a press conference yesterday, Deputy Chief James McCreary said he hadn't seen anything like this since the D.C. sniper in 2003.
This is very concerning. It's very frightening, which is why we want to make sure we alert the public immediately. That's why we're here tonight, and we're out making sure that we're putting out this information now. I've been on the department for 20 years now, and I can say I have not seen anything like this since I have joined the police department. The closest thing I can think of in recent memory was the D.C. sniper when I was coming up.
Now, again, that person in police custody right now is only a person of interest. Police have not yet named a suspect. We do expect to get more information from Prince George's County Police later on today. We'll be sure to bring you the latest updates in this case. Reporting from Upper Marlboro, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
Candace, thank you. Montgomery County Police are investigating how one person died and another was injured in Germantown after responding to a report of a stabbing. This happened before 9 last night in the Middlebrook Mobile Home Park on Frederick Road. That's where officials say they found the woman who died at the scene. Investigators say that a man later arrived at a nearby hospital with serious injuries. So far, no word on any suspects. Officials are also not releasing the name or age of the woman. They say the medical examiner's office is working to learn the exact cause of her death. Well, new at noon, Montgomery County Police are releasing surveillance video from a double stabbing. Police are looking for help identifying the suspect. They say it happened following a large fight last Sunday outside of La Catrina Bar and Lounge. Around 2 a.m., one of the victims was struck by a suspect, and he fell to the ground, and another suspect joined in, striking the victim. The victim then observed that he had a stab wound. A second victim left the business and tried to intervene in the fight when he was stabbed. Well, DC's making a big shift to save people with serious injuries. Soon, firefighters and medics will be able to give blood transfusions to patients in the field. This means the life-saving process can begin before a patient gets to the hospital. Now, once the program launches, blood will be medically stored in fire stations across the district.
I am proud of anyone in this room or anybody in the district that donates blood because it will truly make a difference for this program and for patients all around the region.
Doctors say giving a trauma patient blood as soon as possible increases survival rate. The new program will be put in place throughout the district in the next few weeks. In Virginia, police have located the parents of an abandoned toddler. The little girl was dropped off at an apartment complex in Alexandria Wednesday night. A neighbor says that she saw a white car speed off after leaving the child. The neighbor stayed with her until police arrived at the complex.
She was just holding me here, playing with my zipper, and I give her my phone too. And she seemed like she's really, have some connection between them, and I never have a baby.
Well, Child Protective Services is doing a joint investigation with police. The child's parents are cooperating in the investigation. The child is currently in CPS custody. Well, every week we highlight a business in Montgomery County, and our Shanika Grimshaw is exploring some delicious chicken in this week's Moco Minute.
We're highlighting a small business out here in Montgomery County. We're going to take a bite of the best chicken sandwich in Maryland.
In just a little under a year, Isaac's became the go-to spot for all things chicken.
Kind of came about as, how do you feed the masses? We wanted to make something that was all-inclusive for everyone. And chicken is 60% of all food sold at fast casual restaurants around the country. So we figured, let's start with chicken.
They ended up winning Best Chicken Sandwich in Maryland.
Everything we do here is made from scratch, all natural, no hormones, no additives, no steroids, and you can taste the difference. Our thick potato bread is made just for us. Our Isaac sauce is made here fresh every day. Our chicken breasts marinate for 24 hours in our own personal blends. It's all just good food, simple, good food that tastes good.
There's only one Isaac's poultry market so far, but the owner is planning to open 2 more within the next year. In Gaithersburg, Shanika Grimshaw, DC News Now.
Shanika, thank you. In Prince George's County, the new plastic bag ban has created confusion between customers and businesses. Customers are complaining about fast food drive-thrus and pharmacies charging them for paper bags. Councilmember Krista Oyeda, says the bags at drive-thrus and pharmacies are supposed to be exempt.
We see McDonald's, complaints with Chick-fil-A, where they're still charging. We have issues of some places charging more than 10 cents.
Oyeda says she hopes to make changes to the bill by setting a cap for the paper bag fee and making SNAP benefits exempt. Prince George's County Council Chair will be handing out reusable bags tomorrow. She'll be at the Afrique International store in Hyattsville at 10 a.m. And she also plans on giving out bags at the Save-A-Lot on Sargent Road and the Metro Food in Landover. Meantime, in Virginia, residents in Alexandria are speaking out about the new proposed entertainment district in Potomac Yard. Neighbors showed up last night for another listening session on that proposal that would bring the Caps and the Wizards to Northern Virginia. The discussion last night focused on how the proposal impacts housing in the city. It comes just one night after the Coalition to Stop the Arena held its own virtual discussion.
This project alone will bring $50 to $60 million in that 1% dedicated meals tax for affordable housing.
I know we've kind of beat this drum a lot, but I think there's just a huge number of unanswered questions.
And Monumental Sports CEO Ted Leonis published a letter yesterday as well. He's shooting down criticism of the move and calling it a win for the DMV. A staff member at Houston Elementary School in D.C. is on leave after the district investigates misconduct allegations. D.C. Public Schools says the news is concerning and did not confirm details of the accusations, but they did say no children were involved. DCPS says that staff is available to make sure student learning continues. And Montgomery County Public Schools is highlighting progress made to update the district's action plan. Morning Anchor Corey James breaks down what's been done so far.
And the MCPS action plan update comes shortly after the county's Board of Education asked Superintendent Dr. Monetha McKnight to step away from her job. Now, the district provided an outline for improvements last October. McKnight says they installed new leadership at the Department of Compliance and Investigations, streamlined monitoring, tracking, and resolution of complaints, mandated in-person sexual harassment training for supervisory staff, also updated its email retention policy, along with stopping employees under investigation from being promoted. McKnight also says she got input from local leaders, experts, and school staff on MCPS policies. In the studio, Corey James, DC News Now.